Hey everyone, it's me Gamerturk, and today we got a new mini event arrival in Genshin Impact. A quick summary before I go into the details of the event. It is a co-op event called Elemental Crucible. In this event, you can earn up to 300 Primogems through challenges provided by the special event handbook, which honestly is not very much, but they are quite easy to earn and it's not like it's a big event or anything, so it's basically free 300 gems. Aside from the gems, you can earn a bunch of Ascension Materials through the Alchemy Handbook, as well as other basic rewards like Mora, character and level up materials. The event is built around a single repeatable activity where you defeat enemies and dunk these elemental clots that appear around the field into the main pillar to charge it up. You got a time limit, but I doubt you'll ever even come close to that time limit in the first place. Sadly, the rewards you get from the repeatable activity itself, which is 200 adventure XP, 30 friendship points and 35 blue tier character XP items, quite decent rewards for such a quick activity in my opinion, they are only earnable by using 40 resins. Now, these resins were already quite the blockage for everyone playing the game, and I feel like this short event will only make the problem more apparent. But that's the gist of the event. If you wanted to have an overview, please do leave a like before you leave and subscribe for more Genshin Impact content, and let's go a bit more into specifics for those who want to hear more. For starters, the requirements to be able to participate in the event is quite high for the casual player at the very least. If you're watching this, chances are you're already an above average player who achieved this, which makes me feel like I'm speaking into the void, but still, information is information. You need to have achieved Adventure Rank 20 to be able to participate in the event at all, as well as have the Prologue Act 2 for a Tomorrow Without Tears completed fully. For those unsure, that is the quest line right before you start pursuing Storm Terror properly after cleansing the tier crystals. You can check if you completed it so far by going into your quests tab and tapping the completed quests button shown on the top right. You also need to complete the initial alchemy introduction quest from Timaeus. Once you fulfill those requirements, the event is pretty straightforward. You first need to talk to Timaeus back in Mondstadt to start the event. He'll mark the event location for you where the Elemental Crucible is standing now. When you start the Crucible, the game will instantly matchmake you for the co-op quest, and yes, there is no way to solo this, and aside from the challenge factor, I don't know why you'd want to solo this inefficiently anyways. Once the event starts, you have one very simple objective. As you defeat enemies, they will drop these cubes called elemental clots. They will also spawn regularly around the field at certain times. You gotta walk over to the cubes to grab them and bring them over to the furnace in the middle. You have to do it one by one, as you can only carry one at a time. The moment you pick another, the previous one will be dropped. The size of the cube also matters, so if you see a bigger cube, you should probably prioritize that one, as it'll fill up the bank a little bit faster. A small warning: if you are inflicted with an element, that element will go into a reaction with the element of the cube itself, although it doesn't hurt much and just prevents you 1-2 seconds before you can actually pick up the clot. It's a fair warning to keep in mind. Something like Electro and Hydro combo can just be really annoying. And that is pretty much it, honestly. Really straightforward, really simple, fill the bank type of event. My recommendation is that once the clots start spawning at intervals, just let 2 people handle enemies and the other 2 run around the map collecting randomly spawning cubes. Seems like the best way to do this for now, which in the case of matchmaking means if you see 2 people already dealing with ads, just start searching for cubes to save your group some time around the map. One major gripe I have with the event, aside from the obvious resin requirements issue, is that the enemies, much like inside domains, drop no materials or mora or XP, which is small, yes, but would have piled up nicely for these annoying minor Ascension Materials, and would have even provided a reason to run the event even when not having enough resin. You know, you can get your activity rewards with resin, but even if you don't, at least you would have been able to collect a good amount of materials in a short chill activity. But hey, that's just my opinion. Aside from the fact that players unanimously agree that the resin limitation is shit, I don't see much reason to run the activity once you complete the handbook objectives, honestly, unless you really want those XP booklets quickly, of course. As I said, the completion is very quick. Chances are, load times on PlayStation and the clunky co-op approval menu will be the longest obstacles between you and an efficient grind if you have enough resin. And no, it doesn't help if you're on PC with an SSD, as someone in your co-op party with a PS4 or a slow smartphone will still slow you down equally. Please, MiHoYo, at least fix that damn clunky co-op invite approval thingy. But that's pretty much it in regards to the Elemental Crucible mini event. I wish you all an efficient grind, and if you feel like passing on the event just because you're still far off from Adventure Rank 20, just sit down and grind a bit. I promise you, you want to reach that rank 20 before the next version update arrives, since reaching the rank before the update gives you a free Barbara unit, which is an indispensable healer for your entire team. If you have specific questions, do ask them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. Please do leave a like if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more Genshin Impact content in the future. Consider becoming a channel member or a patron to support what I do here, and of course, thank you very much to all my channel members and patrons. I'll see you next time. Until then, stay cool, travelers.